That Time Howard University Called the Cops on Me is an article written by Michelle Huxtable, a student at Howard University working to obtain her PhD. The situation addressed in the article, Huxtable talked about her problem with a random $3,000 hold on her account that she called and emailed and finally went up to the financial aid office over the course of a 3-week time span to get that situation handled and get the hold removed and figure out what she needed to do to take care of it. She expressed her problems with how the university handled her financial aid situation. And the way that the situation was explained in the article shows how hegemony, or shows what hegemony is. And in class we defined hegemony as consent to intellectual and moral leadership. When Huxtable spoke with Mr. Harbin in the financial aid office, he tried to induce consent to the dominant order, which would be the institution in this case. He did this not only through his lack of interest or lack of care, but also through his quickness to call and include the security, another dominant power in this situation. In class, we discussed dominant hegemonies, and it was noted on page 6 of the book that hegemony theory thus calls for historically specific sociocultural analysis of particular contexts and forces. What might have been most shocking to me about this article was when Huxtable discussed her participation in protests for other people noted in the Black Lives Matter movement. She stated that she was never reprimanded, the police never came after her or told her to leave the scene or anything like that, but the moment she stepped into that financial aid office to better her education, to better herself and remove the hold that was becoming a hindrance to her education, she was viewed as a criminal. And this situation makes me think about the video that we watched in class with the lady that lashed out at the black community, the black lady that lashed out at the black community, stating that we had no reason to protest and chant Black Lives Matter and free this person and that person, because in actuality a lot of these people are placing themselves in these situations to be viewed as criminals. Well, in this situation, Huxtable did nothing wrong. She wasn't belligerent, she didn't yell, she didn't attack anyone, she wasn't out of line, or as far as we know from the article. So why was she criminalized? Huxtable closes the article by saying that she finally realizes that there's nothing that she can do to prevent herself from being viewed as a criminal. And unfortunately, that is the world that we live in today, because the higher powers use hegemony to control others and maintain their reign.